Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Craig Howard from Happy Camper RV in Idaho. We're here today with a camping tip for you. We're doing a cool series, 100 tips between Memorial Day and Labor Day for an awesome season of summer camping. My tip for you today is to have a late arrival plan. So one of my goals in this series, my goal for my family, my goal for everybody is to get out camping more. And that's probably gonna mean that sometimes we're gonna have to leave and start our camping trip after work on Friday, whatever day of the week we get off. And that might mean that we're gonna get to our campsite late. So I want you to have a plan in mind of what are the bare bones, essential necessity things that we need to do to get set up so that we have a comfortable night's sleep, and then the next morning we can start out our day great and get our camp set up the way that we want. This could mean a whole bunch of different things to you, whether you're camping in an RV, a tent, in the back of your car, however you're camping. But I'm talking about making a plan, the basic things you need to get through the night. Make sure that it's comfortable for you though. You don't need to be uncomfortable, but we don't need to set up our full-blown, awesome, cool campsite that hopefully we're gonna set up the next morning when we've got the light. Maybe you're gonna get to your campsite in time and it's not a big deal, but I think that if you're getting out camping more, you might have some times where you're getting there late, it's probably getting dark, you don't have as much time as you want to set up the full-blown campsite. So have a plan. How are we gonna set up the first night when we get there late? This is your camping tip today. I'll have another one for you tomorrow. Join me then. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Hey, what are you still doing here? The video's over. The camping tip already happened. I've got a funny story for you that has to do with our camping tip. So if you're still sticking around, I didn't want to waste your time. If you're just trying to get the tips, I'm not here to waste your time. But if you are still here, here's a funny story. A couple of years ago for Valentine's Day, my wife got me, she booked a trip to a yurt up in the mountains. And just like I said in the tip, we couldn't go until got off work on Friday, whatever day of the week it was. We ended up getting, actually we were gonna get there at a decent time. And right before we got there, we saw a dude stranded on the side of the road. We stopped and helped him, and it ended up taking an hour or something. We got there later than we planned. And so it was like a 3-mile hike from the car to the yurt. And mind you, let me give you some context. This was either late March or early April. Up in the mountains, still a fair amount of snow. 3-mile hike in. We've never done it before. We've looked at the maps, but we've never been to this place before. And we're getting there too late. We're getting there just as the sun is setting. So anyways, I'm dragging this on way too long. We got there at like 7 p.m. We didn't end up getting to the yurt until like 11:30 at night, and we got lost about 3 times on the way there. I was starting to go through my mind, holy cow, we're gonna have to rough it, build a shelter out here in the mountains, make a snow cave like I practiced when I was a Boy Scout. Luckily, we realized that final time that we were on the wrong trail, got turned around, and got to the yurt. Here's the funny end to the story. The next morning when we woke up and had daylight, got to do some exploring, we realized that there's this designated trail to the yurt from the parking lot, kind of one of the fun hiking trails in the winter. It's a big cross-country skiing trail. However, there's also a parking lot that was like a third of a mile away from the yurt. So now we go back there actually maybe once or twice a year, and now we just go to that short parking lot and get in there a lot easier. So kind of a funny story, but it illustrates the point. You should have a backup plan, because you probably will find times where you're going to get to your campsite a lot later than you thought. Anyways, I'll see you for good this time. Bye-bye.